我们的创新通常都是为了要解决大家在生活上的一些问题。可惜的是，当我们在 pitch 一个产品或新的服务的时候，我们会用这种惯性的思维来介绍。那如果你不想让你的 pitch 听起来像个普通的简报， then stay tuned to our episode today.Hello， 欢迎来到商业英语 Career Plus 的 Podcast。在这边，我们利用多年国际职场与教学经验，带给大家最真实与贴切的职场英语知识。Hi, I'm Sherry, founder of Executive Plus. As a language trainer and certified coach, I've trained hundreds of managers from Fortune 500 companies such as Dior, Google, and Deloitte & Touche.
And I'm Nick, Director of Communication Strategy at Presentality.I've helped startups raise millions of US dollars in funding and trained executives of publicly listed companies to present on the global stage. Hey everyone, welcome to Career Plus Podcast episode 28. Now, since we were children, we've heard the same storytelling framework over and over again, starting with those three magic words, once upon a time.Now, we often think that we leave this behind in our childhood, but this fairy tale framework, all the way from the way Disney told its 2D pictures to the way Pixar makes 3D marvels, has remained a constant throughout life. And it's actually something that we can use in our business.
所以大家应该会觉得很蛮奇怪的吧，为什么我们以前讲的一些童话故事啊，从前有个很美丽的公主 you know and 为什么这个故事会跟我们的 business 跟我们的 pitch 或者做 presentation 有任何的关系呢？那我们今天就要来介绍这一位 Daniel Pink，那他是在 Masterclass， 我不知道大家知不知道这个 platform，那在 Masterclass 有教一堂课叫做 Sales and Persuasion， 那他介绍了这个 Pixar Framework， 专门是用来当你要 pitch 产品或服务的时候非常实用的一个方法。
Now, Daniel Pink himself is a very successful writer. So for him to talk about how to pitch using this storytelling framework is really powerful. He used to be the primary speechwriter for Vice President Al Gore.He's also written several top New York Times best-selling novels, including most famously Drive, The Surprising Truth About What Motivates Us, and To Sell Is Human.
好，那在我们在开始要讲这个如何用我们童话故事的架构来做我们的 pitch 的时候，让我们来听听我们大家一定都会知道的 Cinderella 的 story， 也就是灰姑娘的故事。那我们 Nick 就会用我们等一下会讲的这个 Pixar 的 framework 来讲这个故事。
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful young lady named Cinderella who every day had to clean the house and live under the rule of her wicked stepmother and stepsisters. But one day, she met her fairy godmother, who transformed her from a poor kitchen working girl into a beautifully dressed princess. And because of that, she was able to go to the royal ball,held for the prince. And because of that, she met the prince and he instantly fell in love with her. Until finally, one day, he came looking for her and took her away from her terrible, wicked life. Now, it sounds very, fantastical and amazing, but what you get out of this once upon a time,And every day, I'm lining out the story of Cinderella as her poor, terrible life before, the problem that she had. And then when you're going into pitches, as you're starting with then, one day she met her fairy godmother. Something amazing happened. If you're pitching your idea to your boss or you're pitching a company to an investor, this is where it comes in with what's your solution. Until one day, this happened. And then again, because of meeting her fairy godmother, she got to go to the ball. And because of that, the prince fell in love with her or discovered her. Right? What are the benefits? Because of your solution, what benefits arouse? Because of that, benefit A. Because of that, benefit B. And then most importantly is what's changed for the person using your product until finally he came to take her away from his life. the same is once someone has your product, finally what changes? Before we said every day they do A, but now finally, because of your product, it's changed and become B, right?
所以其实我们刚刚有听到这个Cinderella 的 story， 那我们其实就 follow 了6个 step。那这个6个 step 我们再 recap 一下，就是 once upon a time, every day 这2个 step 它其实就在 lay out 你现在因为没有你现在这个创新的产品或者是服务，大家所 experience 到的一个困难或问题在哪里。那接下来第3个步骤就是 one day， 那 one day 接下来就要介绍说因为你的新的产品你要带来的改革是什么，或者是你的新产品是什么，新的 service 是什么。那在接下来呢，当你已经介绍完了新的产品或 service， 你就要开始讲到所带给大家的好处。 So because of that，然后最后就是 until finally， 也就是最重要的一个部分，你想要去跟所有的人讲说，因为有我们这产品，我们可以做到什么样子的境界。So again, 6 steps, really simple.
All right. So do you have an example of how this could be used really for a pitch or in real life?
Okay, so 我之前也在想说，好，那我要用什么样子的 example 来，比如说我们如果来用我们的这个 six steps 的 Pixar framework， 那我就想到了，其实我今年年初的时候，我开始在推广一个叫做所谓的 capsule wardrobe， 也就是胶囊衣橱。那这个部分呢，因为我觉得明年我还是想要再继续，那我想说 OK， 那我就来试试看用这个 Pixar framework 来看看能不能够将它变成一个故事的来陈述出来。Alright, so I'm going to give it a try. So, once upon a time, men and women would spend a lot of money and time buying different seasonal pieces from retailers. Every day, with little time on their hands, they stand in front of their closets before work and still clueless about what to wear. One day, a fashion coach, myself, helps them to curate their own customized capsule wardrobe consisting of their existing clothes and some additional pieces. This allows them to pull out any outfit in under 5 minutes every morning. Because of that, men and women stop wasting time and moments shopping for clothes that are too seasonal and won't make them stand out. Because of that, they start to appreciate a sustainable closet that doesn't cost them extra season after season. Until finally, they can reach a sustainable lifestyle and rescue our planet from becoming a giant landfill of discarded clothes. All right.
Yay.
Are you inspired to build a capsule wardrobe, Nick?
Bring it on. Bring it on.
All right. So, okay. 那我们现在请 Nick 来跟我们讲一下，平常你们公司在你们的服务，然后利用这个 Pixar framework.
Once upon a time, startups would go in front of investors, and every day they would pitch their very scientific and technically awesome ideas over and over again, and have the investors look at them and go, "What are you talking about?" Until one day, they magically met presentality. And presentality would teach them how to create strategy from their ideas and to explain their very complex ideas in a way that everyone could understand and get excited about. And because of that, startups started to change the way they think about pitching and raise millions of US dollars. And because of that, these startups grew into amazing companies. Until finally, everyone started to appreciate that your communication needs strategy and start thinking differently about how they talk to everyone each day.
Wow, that's amazing.
I know. I'm pretty awesome.
但是我们不一定要讲，就是好像在讲故事那种 Once upon a time.
Yes, it doesn't have to be that. But the basic framework is there. You know, I can lay out a problem and just say that startups with very scientifically or technically complex ideas have trouble getting investors to understand what they're doing.
其实我觉得这个也是很好的 reminder。那我们之前在做一些简报的 series， 大家可能也听到了，其实当你有一个很基本的 idea 的时候，然后你再去做你的 PowerPoint slide， 再去想要怎么样用一些 visual 来做 supplementary 的一些support， 这才是最重要的。那其实这个 framework 就算你可能不想要用once upon a time 同一个句子，我觉得你还是花一点时间把这个 framework 先做出来，对你要怎么样去 plan out 你之后的 presentation 其实都是非常好的一个方法。
Yeah, I mean, this framework is really just a great guideline that help you strategically think through each step rather than going, okay, what do I talk about next? What do I talk about next? This framework, along with several others, just can teach you, it's like, okay, this is what I need to think about first. This is what I need to think about second. And it helps just create a more consistent strategy for the way that you communicate.
Yeah, and I don't know about you, Nick. I think the way they had this, because of that, and until finally, that's basically 3 key points, right?
Right. It's it's 2 key benefits and features, and a final summary to talk about why this product and these benefits will change the way you do things.
Yeah. Alright, 所以我希望大家能够从这个 Pixar Framework 了解到我们要该怎么样去，比如说我们要做一个不管你可能是新产品、新的服务，或者你只是想要在公司内部做一些新的整合啊，或者新的 system 的 implementation 也好，其实我们都可以用看这个 Pixar Framework 来做我们基本的 planning.
Right. So we hope that this was helpful. And, of course, you can look up more information about this either through Masterclass or Daniel Pink's ideas.
All right. So I'll talk to you guys later.
Talk to you later. Bye.
如果你喜欢我们的 podcast， 欢迎来追踪我们的主管英文 Executive Plus 的 Facebook。那也可以写信到我们的信箱yourcareerplus@gmail.com。